Hey guys, it's Miranda here at Sunshine and Grace, and today it's Mass Make Monday. You can see I've got a massive stuff everywhere, so we're going to make these cute little index cards. Very cute, using strips of paper, because at the moment I'm covered up in strips of paper. Got tons of them. And I need some journaling cards for my journals, so here we go. Super simple, super cute. I am actually not going to get anything other than maybe a sticker that is not already sitting on my desk, because we gotta tame the clutter. And let's just get into it. You literally just need index cards, strips of paper, and I have a pile of embellishments, pile of odd pieces of paper that I could use if I need to, and I have my lace and bling, and my stickers are down here in the floor. Well, not in the floor, but beside me. And we're going to do two of them today. We're going to do two sizes of notebook cards, index cards. We're going to do the big ones and the regular sized, just to show you that it looks equally cute with both. And there is my prototype, which I absolutely love. It came out cute. We're going to start with this bigger one because it'll use up the bigger scraps. And I don't have as many of those, so I know that I want this piece because it has the jagged edge. I want it to be the last one to lay down because I want it to overlap whatever else I put on. So I'm just going to start looking at my papers. I really like this little snippet here of writing. So I'm going to start with it. And you just kind of, and I know it does say scrapbook paper. I'm going to try to get past that, to where it's just like, you see just like some words. It's not going to work though, is it? Okay, maybe I don't like that one. Off to the side it goes. Let's start with, too much white on that. Oh, that goes over there. This one's kind of interesting for a starting one. Okay, that'll work. I just take the first one and I measure it off as to how long it needs to be. Line my scissors up and cut it. And then I use it for the rest of the measurements. Ooh, I may want to use this as my bottom though. How I get. Is it long enough? You can see that one is almost exactly long enough, so we're going to take it and use it for sure. You need that we can find that are actually already long enough at the right length. That's always good. I really like this one. I don't like the back side because those pineapples are weird. I love this peach writing. So we're going to measure it off. And you'll see that one's not quite long enough. We can work around that. That's why mine had an edge on it, because it helps me hide any, like iffy spots. So I'm going to take this one off too. Trim it down. This one uses up a lot of the scraps that we normally don't have a use for. I know I struggle to use the just the weird skinny things. Save them all though. I don't know why, because really I don't use them that often. I mean, I do every once in a while. I'll go through. I have a big, huge box that is that I fill up with scraps, and when it gets pretty full, I'll go through and do what I call a scrappy day, where I just take all the weird scraps that have gathered and find a use for them. But nope, not long enough. A piece off of Alice. This was from my Alice in Wonderland kit. That butterfly is, yep, I love that butterfly. This is the one that's actually the right size. Let me use it, and those will look good together. I do try to keep it to where it's something that sort of looks nice with each other. Not like totally contrasting the patterns or something. Just because I want it to look good. Let's see, one of these pieces. Yeah, I don't need to cut that one. I can just rip it and lay that to the side. Okay, let's see what we got here. Because we got this piece to start with. And I like that white edge, so I'm going to go ahead and rip the rest of it to have a white edge. Now, I'll show you a trick. I'm not going to glue it all the way to the edge. I'm just going to glue the top, and then I'll go back and slide some glue up under it when I'm done. Because I want to slide the papers up under there. So, I'm just going to take glue and run over the top a little bit and leave that open edge a little bit. And I'm maybe going a bit heavy. I refilled that bottle yesterday, and now the glue is just kind of doing whatever it wants. Okay, here we go. Let's line it up. Boom. You could also run these the other way. I have done that in the past. Today is not what I'm wanting to do. Is it the right size? Yeah. Okay. Today I just sort of felt like doing something a little more, with length. I wanted them to go that way. I tend to use them that way because that keeps the lines the right direction. And for some reason, whatever direction I am putting this stuff on lately seems to be the direction that I think it needs to go. Okay, this is harder than I thought it would be. Okay, it's up there, right? Yeah, okay. That one's not quite as long as the other, but that's okay. We'll cover it with a trim here in a minute. Okay, now I can go back and glue this edge. Without driving me nuts if I don't do it. Okay, there's that. That edge will get glued down here in a minute. Now I want to take this one. I use that on the side of it. And again, just using a little glue, putting it on, and trying not to be too loud. My husband complained the other night that I woke him up. And he does have to work tomorrow, so I'm trying to keep it a little quiet. Don't want to make him tired unnecessarily. Okay, we're going to make this one a little shorter. I'm going to trim this edge here. I don't like how it's got that hole in it. So, boom. Now, glue that down. Happiness blooms from, I don't know, probably within, but I don't know what it says. But that makes it more mysterious. You'll be like, ooh, I wonder what it said. And I'll be like, wouldn't you like to know? Go see if you can find that paper. And then you can find out what it says. Although I don't know what paper that came from. Don't have a clue. Okay, you know what? That is actually going to be long enough to finish it. So we don't even need another piece. So we'll save that for our other card. And what did we use? 5 on this one? I think I used 5 on the last one. I did. You guys know me in the odd numbers. It always works out that way. Okay. Get our butterfly glued down. And boom. 5 rows. I didn't plan it that way. If you wanted, you could break it up with like one of these wider strips because I'm really liking that. I'm thinking I'm going to run that somewhere. I just happen to think that strip is pretty. And this will work as like an embellishment. I might even run it down the side. How would that look? Oh yeah. And that gives me the edge that I need. And then I let that dry for a second, wipe my glue up. Because I'm a messy crafter tonight. Yes, I'm filming at night. Because I have tried off and on all day to get to do this. And yeah, it didn't happen. Been a hectic week. Our hot water tank went out the other day, so it's not going to get replaced anytime soon, and it's kind of messed with our water supply. So, and then I still want to take this lace and glue down, maybe like that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let it edge on that a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of messed up our water. we have to turn the water off. Most of the time we just turn it on when we need it. So like, and not having hot water, you have to boil all your water to get hot water. It's amazing how much slower that makes everything. Like doing dishes and stuff. I'm like, oh my lands, I don't know how the pioneers did it. Of course, I'm the one that wants to live off grid, but I'm like off grid with amenities, you know, like a well with a pump and that kind of thing. I'm not like wanting to live so off grid that I don't have running water, because I miss my water. But we'll have a new tank here soon, so when we get back, it'll all be back to normal, and then it won't be a big deal. And then I'll laugh about this, but right now I ain't laughing. Okay, I got that on there. Trim. I want a word or cluster. This used to be part of the Alice kit. I may use this. Let me tear this down, because I don't really like it square. I like that picture though. It was kind of funky. That's why I picked it. So, while we're tearing, because this takes me a second, that is everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well and survived the next round of junky weather. I'm not a fan of snow, you guys. Snow and ice, nah. I mean, if we live somewhere that we got it a lot, we might feel differently because I'd be more used to it, but we don't live somewhere that, you know, people just don't know how to handle it. And, well, like, for instance, the other night, we were sitting here watching TV, Saturday evening, and I look up and I'm like, somebody just wrecked outside the house. My husband's like, what? I'm like, somebody, the truck just slid in the ditch. So he gets, you know, we all are kind of watching to see what the dude did. I mean, it didn't like damage anything. It just literally like slid in the ditch. I did not realize at the time that the reason it even caught my attention was because he did a 180 in front of my house. Came here knocking out my mailbox and that kind of thing as he went into the ditch. But we're going to use that as a backer. But he did, man. He went right in that ditch. And then he came and knocked on the door and asked if they could go out and try to help him get out after he had already pretty well wallered it in there. And they did go try to get it, but yeah, it was no use. My son was, husband was like, you know, directing traffic, and because even though we live in the country, but you know, when something like that's going on, you got all kinds of traffic. The whole rest of the day, we didn't see hardly anyone. But, and my son drove his truck out there and was trying to pull it, but he couldn't do it. All it did was leave like lots of black marks and smoke, because that thing was not coming out of that ditch. Okay, there's that. And that even worked. It's got that little bit pop to it. No, we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, and now I covered up all my words, so you can't read them anyways, but still, isn't that cute, you guys? Okay, that one's pretty simple. I did not put bling on it because I don't feel I didn't use it. It's got a little glitter on that backing page. Let's do our small one. Make sure we turn it the right way. I don't know if I checked that the last time. We're going to start with this one. And snip. But yeah, the kid, he was a young kid, my husband said. He was probably about just a little older than our son. And said he heard him call his dad, and he was like, Dad, I'm stuck in the ditch out here on Colt Creek. And the dad must have been like, what the heck you doing on Colt Creek? He was like, I don't know, it just seemed like the right thing to do. I was like, oh man, that poor kid got to where I knew one, because he was hungry. Because our road never gets anything done to it. We live in the middle of nowhere. Just pulling up a few of the pieces that I particularly like, that I think are the right size. Ooh, that's not one of them I want to use for this, but I like that, so I may end up doing another one off camera because I want to use that. What is this? I'm not looking interesting here. I think I've got enough to do something. Okay, let's start with this one. Glue. I'm trying to stay in frame. I had to take my thing out because I had to film flip through my little mat. And I haven't gotten it put back down yet because while I was waiting for some things to delete so I could actually film that flip through, I took all my stuff out and then didn't really want to put it away to put the mat back down. I thought, well, we'll just work with it. It'll be fine. My son says, E's fine, E's fine. Okay, we're going to use that little strip because that, well, I may save that. That's kind of short. What's this? Oh, the other half of those words. Flowers are always a good idea. That they are. I like flowers. I prefer not cut flowers though. Fresh flowers, live flowers. What it is with the roots on them? Those flowers. Pots. I don't know why I prefer them. I can't keep any of them alive. I can make a junk journal like nobody's business, but when it comes to keeping a plant alive, the only thing I've ever been able to keep alive is a wandering Jew. And that's just because I don't think you can kill those plants. Period. Ever. I kid you not. I left that little baby outside in the heat of summer. Forgot about it. Didn't water it. Not a drop. My husband every now and then would realize that it looked peaked as all get out, and he'd go give it a little drink, but as for me watering it, no. It was crunchy. I mean, absolutely so crunchy. I didn't think there was any hope for it. It had one little scraggly, like, droopy, viney thing coming off of it when I brought it in. Give it some water for about a week. Came right back out of it. Looks gorgeous now. So I thought, well, okay, you can't kill these things. I like that. I'm going to use some of this. Nah. I don't want that one right there. But yeah, that's the only plant I've ever been able to keep alive for more than like a week. Because I'm just not good with plants. Never have been. I don't like that there. None of these are striking me, guys. I run into this constantly when I'm filming, don't I? That I'm just like, oh, I changed my mind. I don't like it. I like that later, though. It needs to be the right shade. I like that later, too. Ooh, maybe this purple. Yeah. So, what about you guys? Do you grow plants? Do you like them? Indoor plants. Outside? Yeah, me and outside don't really mix that well. I don't do good with those plants either. It's just sad because used to I was really good with outside plants. I don't know, like when my son was little, I can remember he was just a little bitty thing. I don't know, a year old maybe 2. And I had a pretty good garden down where we used to live. And I remember being out in the spring and summer, and he'd be toddling around behind me, and he'd go and get like seeds and plant them, stuff. And you know, his little gardens did good. They did. He's a pretty good gardener. He still is when he wants to. Now, granted, at 17, it's not top on his list, but he does want to be some sort of farmer, so he just sometimes forgets that he needs to tend to it. Or maybe it's because right now some of it's chore-ish, and you know how kids are about chores. Sometimes he is not the best at remembering he needs to do them. He's a good kid though. He's anxious to sort of get a job, and he's trying to find one. Okay, there we go. That one. Now we definitely need something here. I keep looking at this lace. I'm thinking I'm going to run a strip of paper up it and then do that lace, because I'm kind of crushing on that. What about this strip? Would that look pretty? No. What's over here? We got all these papers, and them suiting me. It's ridiculous. Pick a paper already. Okay, there. Butterflies. I love butterflies. Okay. The way I'm going to do this is I'm actually going to glue the lace down to the strip first. And I'll glue the strip on because I want the lace below it. And I realize that lace is nowhere near that size, but this was hand-dyed lace sent to me by a lady in one of the groups I'm in, and I absolutely love it. I believe this is the one she said was done with the red grapes. I was like, say what? That came out that way? It's like, yeah, I'm impressed. I forget what she used. Blueberries was the other one. Like, woman, those are foods that you eat. And you're just like turning them into gorgeous stuff. Because I sometimes will use leftover foods. Like some of my really cool eco-dyed paper is actually strawberry leavings from when I made strawberry jelly in the summer. But for the most part, yeah, I prefer to eat my food. Okay, let's get that back up under there. Okay, get it on the edge. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. Okay. That one's done. You know what? That turned out daggone cute. Let's put some prettiness there. I have the leaf here. And a half of a butterfly. And he's green to boot. Is that not perfect? Okay, we're going to kind of stick him coming maybe out from the word believe like that. Where should he be? Like this. And the word believe, I think like that. The word believe coming off of him. I should probably ink this word. Better fingers today. So, I am almost done here, and I'm going to go ahead and mention I will have my newest journal coming out in the Etsy shop probably tomorrow. It is, it'll probably be Monday, I don't know. Just check the Etsy shop. I don't know what day it is. I can't remember. But it's absolutely gorgeous. And I have a new digital kit up, a Depression era kit entitled Sorrow into Joy that came out yesterday, the 6th. Okay, yesterday was the 6th. Well, actually, I guess today is the 6th. So it's Sunday. So today is the 6th. I film a day ahead. So 6th, tomorrow's the 7th. It'll be live on the 7th. In my Etsy shop. The new journal will and the new digital kit, Sorrow into Joy, is 20 pages and it is huge and beautiful. Absolutely love how it came out. I was nervous as all get out doing it because it wasn't really my, I don't know, it was just like a harder one for me to work with, but I was asked about doing that kit and I was like, sure, yeah, I'll try it. And I'm so glad I did because I really do love how it came out. I am just trying to glue the little bling that I'm putting on it. Okay. And that's going to go right here. Impressed. Okay, we're done. That's it, you guys. So I mentioned the journal. I mentioned the new kit. I still have Bluebirds of Happiness, Grace and Roses, and the Alice in Wonderland kit all in my Etsy shop as well. And you can pick those up as digital downloads. Just download as many times as you want. And yeah, y'all know how those work. So I will finish up here. I'm going to probably make a couple more of these after a while. But it's getting kind of late. I may not. So anyways, before I go, I just want to remind you, Jesus loves you so much he died for you. If If you've not trusted that fact, then I would urge you to do so today, because nobody's promised the next second. Whether you know it or not, you're going to live forever, either upstairs or down. And trust me, you guys want to go up, okay? I want you to go up. So if you've not trusted the gospel of your salvation, then I would love to tell you about my precious Savior, tell you the greatest love story ever, and get you settled for all eternity right now. So just drop a comment below, or look me up on Facebook, Instagram, MeWe, all those things, Marianne Manley or Sunshine and Grace JJ or Journals. Just click those links up in the channel alert up at the top. And if you have any questions about anything, get a hold of me, and it'd be my joy to answer them. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and y'all have a great day. We'll chat soon. Grace and peace. Bye-bye.